What's up? What's up? It's your boy RBA from VA, Richmond to be exact. And I need you guys to do a couple favors for me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely comment. Love to hear from you guys. It's a show for the fans, by the fans. Peace. What up? What up? It's your boy RBA from VA, Richmond to be exact. And I'm back again, back like I never left. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So the guys were back in practice today, regular training camp practice. As we know, they're coming off of a rest day on Sunday, and then Saturday we talked about them having the fan practice at FedEx Field. Today, Monday, the team was not in full pads, so it was kind of a light day for the team. We did have some good reports come out of training camp. John Bates did practice today. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. They were not in full pads, so it wasn't full contact, but it's still good to know that he was able to actually participate today. It was reported that he looked really good in practice. As we know, he is our best blocking tight end, so he's going to be essential for us this season in the run game, and being able to chip some of those D ends and things like that. And second level blocking, the guy's an absolute beast when it comes to the blocking stuff. So that's good to know. Also, we know that Cole Turner's banged up with the hamstring. Also, Samus Reyes. So the trend is, a lot of these young players all throughout camp, I've mentioned it, they've been getting a lot of reps. These draft picks, they've definitely been out there a lot. We had Brian Robinson because Antonio Gibson had the little bang-up issue. So a lot of these guys are getting a lot of reps in training camp. You like to see it, but, also we do want to have the mainstay guys back healthy once the season starts. So Ron Rivera and his staff, they seem to be very cautious with their players, not pushing them. He understands, Ron, that is, he understands, making it, the ultimate goal is to make it to the regular season and have, most of your guys as possible. So that seems to be the goal that the team is aiming for. But John Bates was practicing today, so like I said, you definitely like to hear that. It was also noted that, man, I got to give a shout out to Kendall Fuller. He's having a really good camp. Reportedly, this is one of his best camps he's had in a couple years. So you'd like to see that. Like I talked about with Rico on one of my videos when we did the live stream, the NFL views him as an elite corner. And here in Washington, he's supposedly our cornerback too. Very smart guy. He talked about in his presser a couple of days how he studies the film and stuff like that. So, he's one of those guys that gets after the film and that aspect of the game. So hopefully the work he's putting in training camp would translate to the field. He'll make a big step up for us this season because we know we will need it on the defense side of the ball. Also, Christian Holmes, rookie, he's supposedly having a great camp as well. The whole back seven, it seems like these guys are really bought in, flying around. They're having a great camp reportedly. Like I said, I want to wait to the regular season and actually see how this conveys because it is practice. And as we know, a lot of times in training camp, the defense has an edge on the offense, especially with Carson Wentz. It was reported his up and down play, but he's building that chemistry, and it's going to take time. Hopefully by the time we get to the regular season, we're at a point where this is a non-conversation anymore. But at the end of the day, Carson Wentz is going to be Carson Wentz. He's a veteran quarterback, gunslinger. He's pretty much, what he is pretty much what you're going to get. So I don't see much change as far as him taking chances. Hopefully he does use his checkdowns. Me and Rico talked about that as well with him, reported that in camp, he was going to his third and fourth read and finding those running backs. So you like to see that as well. Amari Rodgers, undrafted free agent tight end that we brought in to take a look at. Supposedly, he's been hooking up a lot with Sam Howell and Taylor Heineke, making some plays. So there's a lot of young guys out here that are definitely, are worth taking a hard, long look at and could possibly stick around, whether that's on the practice squad or the main roster. We shall see. Now, what's an interesting conversation is Dax Mims and the other guy we brought in from Cincinnati that is a kick returner by trade. Who's going to make the back end of this roster? Reportedly, the coaches really like. I'm going to give the edge to Dax Mims right now because the coaches reportedly really like his route running aspect of the game, and also he provides an option in punt and kickoff return as well. So with him being a younger guy, I think they really like him, and I think he will nudge the guy from the Bengals, Alex Erickson, out of the way, and he will be the guy that receives that roster spot instead of him. But that's just me today. Like I said, in camp, it seems that Dax Mims has been doing some really good things, so you'd like to hear that as well. So we did release a couple guys, quarterback Cole Kelly, linebacker Bryce Notree, and guard Therese Robinson. Quarterback Cole Kelly, I mean, we're at a part in the camp right now where, we don't need the roster for a quarterback. So that's, a good insight that Sam Howell is looking pretty decent. I'm not saying by any means does he look like a starting quarterback, but that does mean that he's pretty much solidified that third QB role. From what I've heard, is a pretty big gap between him and Taylor Heinicke, but at the same token, Taylor Heinicke and Sam Howell, they're pretty much the same stature of quarterback from how I view it. So, right now, Carson Wentz, he's our guy. Taylor Heinicke, backup position, and Sam Howell right now in no way is challenging Taylor Heinicke for that second slot. So we pretty much have our three guys, and I think this is what we'll be rolling with. So they did release Cole Kelly, the quarterback, undrafted free agent. The linebacker, Bryce Notree, I thought they liked him, but what it seems like is that they have decided that David Mayo, I'm bringing his name up again, it seems that they like David Mayo in those big packages. So with the big packages, those are normally the stuff to run. So they seem to like him in that position. And then they picked up the linebacker, Nate Gary, and he's more of a coverage guy, converted safety, played for the Eagles and 49ers. And Jamin Davis, also very good in coverage. He did a presser today where he talked about, some of his growth and where he's at and what he expects this year. And I like the confidence. The guy talks about, he's not happy until his ultimate purpose is to become an all-pro linebacker. So the confidence is there. Now it's just taking pen to paper, putting everything to the field, and actually showing that, he was worthy of that first-round selection. We do know he's an athletic freak. He has all the intangibles. He has all the measurables, the speed and everything. He just had to put the total package together. And it was nice that he said, with Cole Holcomb being the mic, he can communicate to Jamin what to look for because now Jamin Davis is taking on Cole's old role. So hopefully that unit can gel. It seems that Ron, they're trying to solidify, with guys that are good in coverage and good in the pass game. We know that's important, especially with a lot of these athletic tight ends that are coming into the league these days. So hopefully, we can round out a pretty decent linebacker room. As we get later in the preseason, they'll probably still evaluate that situation and go from there. So outside of that, pretty much we had some guys on the side field, of course, a little banged up. But, it happens. Outside of the guys that we already know have severe injuries, pretty much other than that, guys had nick and knack injuries that are on the side field, didn't participate in full team practice. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have for today. With that being said, it's Command Respect TV, your boy RBA, show for the fans, by the fans. Peace.